I was muted the whole time, huh? You didn't miss much. I mean, you're going to get John Boy on it to read my lips. I said, welcome to Frick Around and Find Out, where we play whatever cards we have, think we're going to lose, and somehow win anyway, although usually there's a loss in the episode to begin with. Wish, I liked it, but, well, not the movie so much, but I've listened to the soundtrack 100 times because my daughter liked it. Too expensive to play early, I think. Too expensive to be very valuable early, although the extra gold we could get out of it if we could play a miracle on the same. That's a very interesting idea. An establishment, I think it benefits from at least having some retained cards. I think we just gotta run Blasphemy. And then if we could like rush a campfire and not worry so much about elites, but rush a campfire to get it upgraded so that it's less likely to be fizzling essentially. Because you'll do 18 damage. I see. I think this is not necessarily like bad ground to build on. It's necessary. Okay. Like, I think we might have something going here. I obviously, no promises. But I mean, the thing is, for all the, like, how annoyed I may seem when I've been playing as the Watcher, we do win much of the time. Let's give it a try, man. Let's take Wheel Kick. They are powerful. None of my complaints, like, boil down to power level. My complaints are always like, what am I doing? Why am I doing so much math? Like, for example, you pop this, you go to 2 energy. You pop this, you go to 0. You'll be on 23, and then you'll go back to 2, and then 2 strikes kills you. Sometimes you got to do the arithmetic. This might be the most arithmetic-heavy character. I think a Conclude could go crazy here. This has to work, right? Like, just Blasphemy, Strike, Wheel Kick must kill you. That's kind of what I'm hoping to get out of this early Blasphemy. At some point, we're going to need blockers. Maybe now is the point. And then keep the deck thin so you draw Blasphemy, like, reliably, I think. We don't have a defend, which is kind of, in my opinion, that's nasty work. I'm gonna save my miracle because we might be able to use it to combo into something next turn. You never know, right? You never know. Hold a safety in hand. I guess the other thing is, as forgive me, I'm deriving this stuff kind of like for myself, but as Blasphemy will get to the point where it has retain, something that generates a smite could be crazy for us as well, because then we would retain it, use Blasphemy, get a bunch of energy. Like, I could see the utility in that. Similarly, Sands of Time accomplishes something that's in the same boat. But okay, so I as of right now, not to get ahead of myself, but I feel like we might have enough damage to not have to think about adding damage cards for the rest of the game. I do think a Lesson Learned could go crazy, and again, if we could play it in Blasphemy on the same turn, there's a lot to like there. I'll lose a block potion to get a bird-faced urn. Will we be taking powers? I have no idea. But one thing I enjoy greatly about Lesson Learned is that we might be more able to rest at campfires. Let me think about this one for a second. I could blast you. 10 damage if it kills you. Upgrade a card. It's a dream come true. I'm choosing to not take damage just because we already took damage earlier on the fight. I'm starting to, like, just being real with you. This is, like, the most confident I've felt in... that's fine. In a Watcher deck early, which means I'm almost certainly destined to die. Like, you know what? Don't fight the elite, man. Don't fight the elite. We're going to take a different path. We can elite hunt on the next floor. Upgrade Lesson Learned so that it has a wider targeting array. I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. 25, that's nasty work, but if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. Sands of Time is getting cheaper. We really just want Blasphemy and Conclude on the same turn. But you have to do it in a specific order. Blasphemy will take us to 5 energy. Lesson learned on the tankiest enemy. And conclude finishes the job. Okay, this is like, I love this. Hallway fights should be relatively easy. I don't think we need another... I mean, third eye is pretty good, man. Having 2 of those, I wouldn't turn up my nose because I got a problem with its baggy clothes. Give me a Thorns potion for this boss. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm making a grievous error. We should certainly be pursuing more hallway fights. Hold. There's no reason really not to hit you. That's unnecessary. Now you got to choose. Do you want to take damage to get lesson learned? Because I could certainly kill you on this turn. We would be taking... Well, actually, we're taking like 2 damage. I don't know why I didn't see the existence of third eye there. I went blind to it. So I think I got to hit you, blaspheme, and then kill you with this. It's a good upgrade. And honestly, this isn't really like a mental fortress run. It is kind of... I think I could do well with some scrying to draw the cards I want to draw faster. And we also, like, more damage and more block would be nice. I guess I'm saying things that are self-evident. In case that's not clear. I feel really good. Like, we should be doing as many hallway fights as possible. Get your deck, like, fully upgraded. Maybe you get a chance to cull lesson learned after that. And, like, we're going to struggle a little bit against enemies that have, like, a lot of HP. Because wide fights should be pretty easy for us right now, but I don't necessarily think that's that bad. So what's our like win condition right now? Honestly, drawing like safety. I just like having a retain in hand with a block specifically. I guess I should say. We don't really need empty fist now that I think about it. We do kind of want to... We want to draw Eruption. Honestly, we're not doing anything else. You might as well play it. We want Sands of Time in hand so it gets cheap. But then I have to remember that we are definitely not going to win. We're not going to go from 200 to 0 in 1 turn. So what does that mean for me, like, functionally? That means that we want to do as much damage as possible, which is probably, again, you're like, it's self-evident. But basically, I'm trying to say I need to hit you. I'd prefer to hit you in such a way that I don't take too much damage, but I don't know whether or not that's going to be possible. Go ahead and put me in Vigilance. Maybe we'll be able to get a payoff with that energy. And then, like, we'd love to draw some attacks now. Like, an Empty Fist is a perfect draw. Sands of Time does do 20 damage. But we could stall until it costs 1 instead. We don't really want to see Lesson Learned. Thank God I bought the Thorns Potion. That's got to be like 80% of my damage, man. As embarrassing as it is. Now this turn, let's Erupt. This is an Eruption Sands of Time turn. Or is it? Oh, I almost played it. You might not remember the bottom text. Impact font. Die next turn. So let's see. We pop this, we enter triple damage. You'll do 60, because we're already at double. You'll do 48. It's not quite enough, but it's very close. So I think you take... Oh, we only get 1 more action? In that case, let's play Conclude. And next turn, we might have you on lethal with a Blasphemy. Let's draw the Vigilance, just in case I'm wrong about that. So like a Blasphemy, Sands of Time will do 60. You're on 127. 60. Why? Oh, because you're upgraded. 60, 27. This will exit the stance. This will also do 27. And then Lesson Learned to finish the job. maybe play Blasphemy first. So we need to do 67 damage. This will exit the stance, but you'll have 13 life. And this does 13 damage. My god. Okay. You know what? Master Reality might be alright. I mean, we have one card that gets created during combat, but that might change. Devotion is just slow, and like Blasphemy, the whole thing with Blasphemy is that we can enter Divinity fast. We just have to do the math. So I'm going to try it. No longer see enemy intense is very dangerous for me and the Watcher, I think. I don't really want to start Confused. We don't have that many expensive cards. I guess I'll take Violet Lotus, and maybe we can get some stance dancing going on. And then not thicken the deck too much, but like maybe thicken it a little bit with cards that are good. I guess that's the whole point of the game now that I think of it, but okay. Deceive Reality. I can still hit you. Exiting Calm. We don't exit Calm very often. I mostly took this because it has like limited downside. Let's keep Empty Fist. Because I think we're going to be able to draw Vigilance and then exit the stance, get more energy. We could play Safety if we have to. I forget what you do next turn. I forget what I do next turn. Next turn I have 7 blocks set up. I think we take 2 damage. And hold the Safety. Now I was hoping for... I'm hoping for Lesson Learned. We didn't get it off the draw. We might be able to kill you, but we really want to upgrade our cards. So like... Yet again, it was the next card in the pack, man. We should have dumped all our defense, I think, but... So, like, if I Blasphemy, you'll do 60. Lesson Learned will do 39. The upgrades are hidden for sure. I do like the idea. Tantrum shuffling itself back into the deck is great for us because it allows us to exit Calm more frequently, in theory at least. I'll simmer on this one. No reason to play anything. I really, like, I know I might not be the expert on the subject. Where's Empty Fist? Did we draw it first turn? We did. This is so tempting. To Eruption Miracle Wheel Kick you, which will do 39 damage. You know what? I don't think that's enough. I wish it was, but I don't feel like that's enough to get like super excited about. I think we got a good thing going as is. This is what we want to see. It's becoming clear to me we could use some more defense in the deck. I could kill you. I think I'd rather kill you than take damage. I did the math wrong, but it still worked out. Let's take a Reach Heaven, because, again, created cards will be upgraded. I'm trying to lightly lean into the synergy that we got with our Rare Relic last time. This seems like a fight that might be kind of bad for me, though. We'll see, I suppose. Like, I'm not taking advantage of the Wrath stance as much as maybe I should. I'm leaning too much into, like, Divinity. I think this is a good turn. We don't really need Master Reality. So we'd love to not take too much damage. You're doing 18, so this gets us there. And then a conclude, I mean, 16 damage to all enemies. It comes with there's a downside, don't get me wrong, but 16 damage to all enemies is mighty nice. Actually, a meditate to put conclude back in our hands. I'm seeing the vision, let's put it that way. Now this is what you don't like to see. Get the 5 energy, this does 40. You're dead. You're all dead. But we won't be able to wait for Lesson Learned. That's pretty true. But we don't have any block. So you know what? I think we slow play. Now just make sure you don't screw it up. Right? It's still very nice. Not taking damage is about the same as blocking, man. Probably. We're not getting great value out of lesson learned, but we're getting great value out of not being hit, which feels pretty good. I don't want to see lesson learned early. Dump it low, please. This time we are taking damage. Early blasphemy. We'd love to reach heaven. And you know what? Just be safe. Drop me a Deceive Reality. We do have blocks in our deck. People are trying to say that I don't have blocks in my deck. I got blocks in my deck, okay? I got binders full of blocks. You're kind of working me. I'm not thrilled about that. I obviously can kill you. So knowing that I can kill you, what does this do? 45? That's a reasonably high number. Knowing that I can kill you is power. Because I can just wait for lesson learned to come around. The odds were so low, man. Can we stall for one more turn? No, we'll take so much damage. That's fine. That's fine. Scrawl's just a good card. I don't know. I mean, I do want to fight the elite. We like the hallway fights too. 2 enemies gives us a better chance to make lesson learned work. And honestly, I'm just a different kind of beast when it comes to conclude, man. I know we got Scrawl. We could miracle into Scrawl, but I like what was going on there. Now this, on the other hand, may be the worst draw in human history. I can't believe this is the case. I guess I should. Energy Potion, Sands of Time. I'll take 20 damage instead of 24. But obviously, like, I can't afford to go vulnerable and then take 40 damage from you, which is just like, I mean, that's a price I'm not willing to pay. 12 block, 3 energy. I mean, I know Lesson Learned is like a good card. They should just make it retain, though, so that it was even better for a guy like me. You know what I'm saying? Keep Scrawl up there. Get rid of that. Keep Scrawl up there. Keep Empty Fist up there. Okay, now we've got him on lethal. He just doesn't know it yet. Scrawl me. Okay, this has to be it. Blasphemy takes us to 4 energy. You do 39 and you're on 84. So you'll do 27. You will do 18, 45, and then you'll do 39. That's not enough. You'll... Okay, Blasphemy puts us on 4 energy. You'll do 27. That will take you down to 58. I think my math was wrong last time. You will do 36, but then this will only do double damage. 36, 58 puts you on 22. I think we get there. Blasphemy, Strike, Tantrum, and then Lesson Learned. Now, all that just to get an upgrade on a Strike does kind of sting, but you know what? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's rest up. Lesson Learned does the upgrading for us, although I wish I could choose what card it did. Obviously. This is a miracle Scrawl situation for a guy like me. This is exactly what I was hoping for. A Vigilance into an empty body takes us back to 3 energy. Just Conclude by itself is really good. Obviously not good enough to win even with the strength. Maybe not obvious. No. Buddy, it's good enough to win even with the strength. If we just... So Blasphemy would take us to 4. No, it would take us to 5. You, with the Strength Potion, you will do 54 damage. So I have to hit you with Reach Heaven. And don't screw up the order, because Conclude has to go last. Molten Egg, what a beautiful, beautiful option for us. And Perseverance is like a retained block that we can just have when we need it. Yes, please. I mean, this is a Vigilance Tantrum type setup. Then you can Master Reality, and you could exit your stance just so you're not at risk of taking double damage. I'll admit, this is not like as much of a stance dancing type build. Anytime we can not take damage and play a power that makes our deck better, like we should be happy with ourselves, I think. I'm just gonna be like graceful to myself. It's a difficult character to pilot. Prefer not to take as much damage as we can possibly avoid. Scrawl, Conclude, Sands of Time, Reach Heaven. Maybe dump Reach Heaven. It's a little slow for this fight. Obviously, you scrawl. And then you're like... You're feeling pretty good. We can go to 4 energy. Conclude will do 48 damage. Certainly kills you. But it would leave you on 37, and you do 39. Is there a way that we could get a lesson learned out of this? Because the problem is 4 energy is like an inconvenient spot. Like, we could obviously kill... I think we gotta... One thing's for sure, we know we can get there. So let's pop the Blasphemy. Obviously, I can kill you, but then can I kill you with 2 remaining energy? Because otherwise, I just die. And the answer is no. So you have to play the Conclude. So I do feel like it has to be like lesson learned. Now we have the kill, so nothing else we play matters. It's unfortunate it came to that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there was something in there. Maybe there was a blind spot. I don't really think we have the energy for Wish. I wish we did. Not pun unintended, by the way. Dead Branch. Gotta admit, it's always interesting. You again? Are you kidding me, man? I do. I want the block in hand because I can't afford to take damage here. Tranquility in hand is kind of crazy too. Okay, I'm getting my confidence back. Hold a well, we got Empty Body. We can totally afford to do this. That's a great hand. So, Tantrum. I probably won't hit you again. Because we're just not doing enough damage. I almost played Conclude. That would have been something. Let's go Tranquility. Nah, I'm not that interested in that, to be honest with you. That puts us on 6 energy. Scrawl me. It's a heinous draw, for sure. Brilliance. Come on, man. At least we're taking 0. And then we got 2 energy left for tempo. I don't think it's Expunger. I think it's Reach Heaven. Reach Heaven plus Blasphemy is probably lethal. It's even better if they're not doing anything. Because we can stall for like 1 extra turn. And possibly... We're definitely not going to draw a lesson learned. But we could not be weak next turn, at least. Well, I don't know. Dump it all. See what you can do. Imagine... Like, I could... let me... We have you. We have you. So, Blasphemy. Wheel Kick does 33. I thought if we got lesson learned there, we might have been able to finish the job, but... we didn't, so let's not worry about it. Whenever you scry, return this from the discard pile to your hand. I do scry quite regularly. And we're always looking for some chip damage. I could totally see that actually working for us. So I think this is a Vigilance, Tantrum, Eruption. I can't believe it doesn't kill you. Eruption, Empty Body. I was literally looking for an undo button like I was playing Tactical Breach Wizards, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I should try to kill you so that you don't attack next turn. I think we're okay. Surely. So I play this for 0. Scry. Played it. You're not dead. That's crazy. Are you sure? Worst part is I gotta find something to do about both of these guys next turn. And I took 13 damage. So we don't need to draw Blasphemy yet. I know like it retains, but I need the hand space, I think. Okay, so a Conclude finishes the job. So you might as well scrawl. Tantrum, Conclude. Because you're not going to attack next turn. You're going to take the next turn to summon. You gotta love this. Next turn, Sands of Time. Probably gets us to lethal. Please, for the love of God. That's why I wanted to draw Blasphemy. The thing is, I don't want to play Blasphemy unless we have to play Blasphemy. Because if instead I can stall until Lesson Learned comes out, I could totally kill you with Lesson Learned. Like, I'm at the point where I feel like he's not going to attack next turn. We might as well just Sands of Time you and try to stall a little longer. Because the upgrade, to me, it does matter, man. Lesson learned. Look at that. I'm gonna lose it. I like entering combos when we exit, we gain energy, but I don't want to fill our deck too much. Now this is an interesting one. I feel like we might be able to get away with a great smithing here. 0 cost Master Reality, better block, cheaper. Scry 5 is crazy. Doing more damage is good. Eruption is usually the play, don't get me wrong. Let's make... energy is sometimes at a premium for us. I feel like it could be worth exploring. Alright, lots of energy on turn 1. I guess I probably should have gone in on Sands of Time, even though it gets cheaper over time. It's one of those plays that, like, it looked wrong but felt right. Looked wrong but was right, I should say. So for a guy like me, I really want to be able to scry so that I can choose what not to get on the next turn. Like on this one, it's 30, 26, 56, but we don't have the energy base for that. I'm wary about bloating my deck with too much garbage, but I think the reality is if I just draw Blasphemy, we win. So just having block is good. And especially if you're not attacking on this turn, is there even a reason for us to play basically anything? The only thing I guess there is if I can kill you and I'm not waiting for Lesson Learned anyway. Yeah, I guess I should have played the power for some health. 10 block with some draw, also very interesting for me. Love to see it. Love to scry it. There's a chance Lesson Learned pops for us next turn, so I'm not gonna say no. And you know what? I'm not even taking 1 damage. If I don't have to take 1 damage, I'm not taking 1 damage. Wave of the Hand. Whenever you gain block, apply 2 weak to all enemies. Like Tantrum will knock you over. And then Lesson Learned doesn't kill you, but at great cost, I can make it kill you. Or I get just actually an amazing opportunity for a strength potion. Absolutely. And then I think we need... I'm not debuffed yet. I think we need foresight so that we can pick what comes next, because we need a way to get out of our stance. And we were going to get it anyway, but how would we know, man? I think it's a decent draw. We want Sands of Time so we can retain it. It's not as decent as I was hoping, but 2 damage is not that bad. Definitely did that in the wrong order. We could have output more damage, but... We wish to draw Blasphemy. Still no Blasphemy. That's okay. 2 beautiful blocks. We're chilling. Stall. Because I don't want to fill too many dazes into my deck if I don't have to either. Vigilance is okay. Perseverance is okay. I'll take as long as I need to take. But now your life is over. Distilled Chaos, always a little bit scary. We don't change stance that much. I actually, maybe this is naive of me, but I think this deck gets there, man. I think it's difficult to pilot. I think they're all difficult to pilot. I think it gets there. And let's just call it like we see it. This turn, good turn to pop Distilled Chaos if we're going to pop it. That way, like, if this is a relatively low-risk turn. Lesson learned, we're basically exhausting a 2-cost curse from our deck. Getting Fear No Evil out of that is amazing. And then Reach Heaven can do some baller work for us as well. So I think that was sensible gameplay. So, what do we do next? It's a great question. You're going to steal a card, so you might be the first one we target. We had 2 Weaves, which is actually kind of crazy too. Probably should have Tantrum. I'm just trying to see. I guess we'll Tantrum. I'm doing this in like a different order than I thought I would. Establishment also kind of goes crazy. I'm willing to pay the toll on that one. Foreign Influence. It costs 0 this turn. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really mind losing 3 focus. Whenever a card is created during combat. Are you kidding me, man? Because, like, with Dead Branch, aren't we creating a card every time we exhaust a card? Now that I think about it, that's like, that could be incredible, man. Weave. I'm not really interested in playing Tantrum unless I know that I can exit stance next turn. It's just like, the risk is probably low, but even low is too high. Pressure points. Apply 11 mark. All enemies lose their mark. I'm not that interested in that, man. I'm not that interested in that either. But I'm pretty interested in, like, in this. Not seeing those cards ever again. Oh, I don't have Weaves, huh? Well, we'll purge 1 debuff from you. Or 1 artifact. We gotta be getting pretty close to lethality. Like, we should probably consider crunching the numbers. If I play Blasphemy, we go to 6 energy. This does 84 damage. This does like 90-something damage. You gotta be cooked. You do 78 damage. You do 102. Holy, man. The greatest foreign influence of all time. We do tend to have a lot of cards in hand. Spirit Shield is kind of interesting. I just don't know if I'll have the energy to play it, man. Hang on, I got a ping on Discord. Let me see what's going on here. You know you're in trouble when you get a ping that says just a nudge on this. That one's my bad. That one's... You were right to bump that to the top of my inbox. I triaged that as a tomorrow problem, and now it's tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, I still don't want to deal with it. That's immature. Obviously, I mean, 18 damage to an enemy 6 times is really good, but I don't think we need it. I don't know if we need Spirit Shield either, but... Now, here's an interesting question, right? Runic Pyramid is amazing because every card is retained. Will every card get cheap? I actually think this might be bad. It's normally great. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm not backsliding. I just feel like it might be bad here because we don't know what we're getting out of Dead Branch, so we can clog our hand with garbage that we then have to spend energy to play. So I actually feel like maybe just having the extra miracles is going to be very nice for us. You're not really that much of a counter for us. I'm just surprised for the first time in forever we didn't get Donodeka, man. Donodeka's been the unsung hero of the run so far. Or of the character so far. I mean, this might strike you as a strange play. Because it is bad math. The start of each turn at a smite? Bro, that actually seems kind of crazy. That seems like exactly what I'm looking for. I didn't play any of the powers that are my supposed win condition. My bad. You do have to check, man. Does Blasphemy just get you there? Like, Conclude will deal 58. So you would need to have, like, some more attacks. Obviously, when you get to 5 energy, this will cost 1, deal 24. Here we are, 4. This will cost 2. Yeah, we get there. I'm fairly confident. It would have been sick to draw less. Well, no, because we wouldn't have even been able to play it. Lesson Learned, I think, is a great card. I think I've kind of allowed it to fizzle a little on this run. Or maybe a better way to describe it is that it doesn't totally fit in with what we're trying to do. But it did upgrade several strikes for us. Don't forget about that. Like, I don't want to be rude to it. I mean, it's the GOAT at upgrading strikes. There's simply no question about it. So you'll just give me 21 block. That's pretty nice. I'm just chilling, man. In Cedar Rapids. Now this is your all-in turn. We have a way to exit stance, so we can play Crescendo. We should Wreath of Flame, probably. And then Insight, which drew a burn. Slap in the face? Okay. Well, Sands of Time you. The Dream... Like, we have Lethal. I was going to say, what if we draw Lesson Learned? But we don't have the energy base to play Lesson Learned, so we'll just kill you. What do we care about Lesson Learned, man? You're stalling. You might think I'm insane for this. Like, Talk to the Hand is obviously good. But we tend to do bigger attacks rather than many attacks. I think something like Foreign Influence could actually go crazy. And let's put that theory to the test, man. Exhaust your hand, deal 7 damage for each card exhausted. That's a tough one for a guy like me. I'm just going to hit you with the quick die. Because it exhausts anyway. Signature move might be playable. But now that I think about it, we don't really need to play it. Although... Actually, 1 vulnerable? Really? Get a life, man. I would like to hit the undo button again. I went searching for the undo button. It's so embarrassing. Alright, 50 damage. That's no joke. 37 damage. That's a bit more of a joke, but I'm still not laughing. I mean, you gotta defend strike on that. 16 damage, it stings. There's no joke there. How about this? Looks more like... We're not the GOAT of dealing damage. So like that, I think that's where our problems are starting here. We have 5 energy. I don't want to play Sands of Time. That's like an important enabler for us later, I think. I guess I do have 2 Sands of Time. But if I could make it through this turn, like this will deal 18. They'll take you down to 45, and then I think this is fine. It's actually it's more than totally fine. I forgot about the weave even on top of that. So now we have 1 turn where we can play a big Sands of Time. We should keep that for healing. Like, can I do 96 damage to you on this turn? It's actually not as unlikely as you might think. 26... 20... 1632. Just let me think about it, okay? We obviously play Blasphemy on the last turn. Ragnarok. Through Violence for free is kind of like exactly the card we needed there. Conclude means we're taking a very small amount of damage. And then on this turn, you simply Blasphemy, Sands of Time, play your hand. You die? Thank God I didn't miscalculate. Study. I'm not sure. I mean, we don't need to draw. I know that sounds like it's rich in hubris, but we really don't. Sometimes our deck is too full. Please cut a basic strike. Please. I mean, Enlightenment to reduce the cost. We kind of get there anyway. Every 3 times you shuffle your draw pile, gain energy. Start with a skill in your hand. Now we're talking, man. Early Scrawl. First attack does 8 damage. I see it with Conclude, but like I'm not sold on it being incredible forever, but it's the thought that counts. By the way, I think I accidentally took like a very aggressive elite path. Maybe not very aggressive, somewhat aggressive. So, let's go to town, man. Not the best Akabeko. Let me see if we can set up a stance exit. And we can indeed. We want to draw it. Then we want to Tantrum. Weave. Scroll. And now you can see the cookery. We do want to scry. A Tantrum inside of Tantrum is really good. Let's strike you, and then let's simply exit the stance so we're not as vulnerable on the next turn. And we got some serious lethality stacked up here. Probably don't need Tantrum again for a bit. Get 'em, boys. Let's go, girls. Wait, you're doing a buttload of damage this turn, which I was just genuinely not paying attention to at all. My bad. Let me get that safety for future turns. You might even be attacking this. No, you're taking a turn off. Foreign influence. Hand of greed? No, man. Glass knife. Glass knife. Heal a little. Blasphemy has you. It's just a question, would we rather wait for a lesson learned next turn? And honestly, I think I'm at my limit with that guy. Just not smart, but I'm sure you kind of get the idea. You get there. This is more of a lesson learned type fight. Send them. Scrawl them. So Conclude can go crazy, obviously. Why do you do... Oh, because we have Akabeko active, man. So we just kill you. Ah! That's not... I was going to say it's not that bad. It's actually not bad in the slightest. Because now we can stall for lesson learned and pretend that it was like that was our plan the whole time. That's huge, man. When we don't get lesson learned, that's not that big of a deal. When we do get lesson learned, that could make all the difference. You see the double standard. And it hit Empty Fist. Genius. We have to fight an elite. We do. I guess I'd rather... I don't need to hit the shop, so... Oh, you son of a gun. I hate you. I hate you, man. Sure, that's a great card, though. Don't want to see it, don't want to see it. Discard it so that it comes back. Exactly. Love to see it, man. That's huge. Blasphemy, it's just nice to have. Give me a quick scrawl. I really think that the dream we're looking for, the only thing I think we should concern ourselves with is block and Sands of Time. Like, if we're not taking damage and not getting a curse, what am I going to do with that when it doesn't cost? I mean, if any, the Claw's the best card there, which is crazy. If we're not taking damage, stall the turn there and wait for Sands of Time to come back. Or to come up. But you just did. And then we just want to kill you with one Sands of Time. Which legitimately might take 100 years. You gotta be a little cautious. Like, 39 damage is too much, so I'm not afraid to hit you. I used the wrong card to hit you with, but whatever. Take as many defends as you can hold. Basic defend goes crazy here. I would love to play my power too. This is going to be a very boring fight, okay? But I genuinely think like it has to be done. Now 39 damage is too much, but with scrying, I think we can actually get pretty close. I'm willing to take 6. That's how much of a believer I am in our win condition here. I don't need to hit you. You need to hit me. I don't need to hit you. I just need to stall until this does 160 damage. Wait, it doesn't. It only gets cheaper. Oh, brother. Okay. Well, in that case, we got to do something. So Tantrum, and then Wheel Kick. That's going to leave you on 0 energy. You sure about that one? My Vault? Alright, well, I've accomplished nothing. I guess you gotta send this out there. 39 damage. Still pretty nasty with it. Boys, I don't know. I should have popped the Cultist Potion. It feels a little late at this point. So what's the plan here, brother? This turn, so we're going to get a curse in our deck. We got to play Reach Heavens. We got to play Carve Realities. I'd say just accept your damage. Because if I play this, we could die. So just, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Even if we played one more defense, just go ahead and give me the curse. I wish it weren't like that either. I'd prefer, personally, not to take damage. So give me a Carve Reality and a Foresight and a Third Eye. And I'd love to play Reach Heaven in the future, okay? Like, if we can fill our hand with enough smites, then we will have enough damage to get lethal with Blasphemy. Vault is an insane card. It's necessary. Because now I can do whatever. I can hit you. I can hit you again. You're doing 24. You might as well vault, right? Like, play this, then vault. What do I want to see? I want to see a Carve Reality. I don't care about Lesson Learned at all. So, Carve Reality, because we need the smite. You're doing 57 damage. No, the heck you aren't. That's not going to happen. You're doing 39 damage. 39 damage, I think I can live with. Though, trust me, I would rather not. But look at this. I'm living with it as we speak. I'm living with it. Now, these will do What a fight, man. What a fight. These will deal 36 damage each. We're not even in the ballpark yet. We're not even knocking at the door. That's going to help. You're doing 24. I'm taking the turn off. I'm not hitting you with anything. Because this actually might be our turn. The problem is you gain some block in the interim period as well. So if I blaspheme you, this will do like 80. And then these will do 50 each. And we'll have an insight to draw potentially more attacks. We drew 1x. I think that's enough, man. I think I've got to believe that this gets us there. In the whole scheme of things, we didn't lose that much HP on that. But that sucked pretty hard. And I got to fight an elite. Mummified Hand kind of sick, though. Okay. This is an all-in turn. It is. I made Spirit Shield free. Fantastic. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't complain so much. That's actually not that bad. If you've discarded a card this turn, gain energy. Apply lock on. I mean, deal damage equal to your block could actually pop off, man. Like, I could, if I'm willing... Am I willing to get freaky with it? I have a stance potion. Let's get freaky with it, okay? So we'll enter Calm. Exit Calm. We get a bunch of energy back. Wheel Kick does 30. This would add 42 damage, though. I think I like this. And then this does 102 damage, and Conclude does 32 by itself. Like, and then if we have to use a stance potion, we can use a stance potion. But I was hoping we wouldn't have to use a stance potion, and look at that, we don't have to use a stance potion. I would like Weave to go into the discard pile. And we don't really need an Empty Fist. I think next turn is the turn on which we should try to get lethal. So drawing like Blasphemy would be very nice. Well, I mean, we got him. I was not doing the math at all. Talk to the hand. I could see the efficiency being high there, okay? Now this, we made it to the Timekeeper. Oh. We did not make it to the Timekeeper yet. This. They gave me another scroll, which is interesting. Get rid of this. Okay. So, I mean, this, I really thought we were zooming here. It's 53 minutes, and we have none deaths. Like, that's crazy. Honestly, we'd probably rather have a free through violence appearing. We still have 7 energy. So, like, we don't need to play Wallop. It's kind of inefficient. It's kind of the worst scrawl that's ever been played, but... Well, wait, because there's another scrawl coming. That one's not even as bad because we get another Through Violence and another Reach Heaven. We still got 3 energy left. I mean, we don't have Calipers. I guess we should just play attacks and then maybe like scry into some blocks. Because at this point, if we get Blasphemy, we have you. You're not doing much on this turn. Master Reality. What a beautiful setup here. Through Violence, Blasphemy, Empty Fist, Eruption. That's lethal. You don't even have to crunch the numbers. Got a little scared there that I should have crunched the numbers, but you know what? We make those. Okay. I think we did very well today in a deck that is a little bit uncomfortable for me. I don't know which of these is the best to upgrade. Saving 1 energy once, I don't know. Because our first turn is going to be a doozy, man. Like, I don't think we're going to have a problem playing 12 cards on turn 1. If anything, we might benefit from having a super block. We could slow play you with the Cultist Potion, but that's not really what our deck's good at either. So let's drink this. I think we should definitely go in on this turn. Worst use of Akabeko in history, without a doubt, but that's okay. So we want to play 8 more cards. Vigilance me. Flurry of Blows, Strike, Scrawl, Foreign Influence. We definitely want a Sands of Time, probably held in hand, and 3 more cards. Hold it. Well, you could play it. We could save it until we have Blasphemy, though. We probably would rather just play it. Conclude is still really good. Yeah, play Conclude instead. Because Conclude is not going to retain. Oh, but now you cost 4. That's good. It's fine, because we're going to hold it for probably 4 turns anyway. So we need Foresight. We like Perseverance. We like Empty Body. 45 damage is crazy. We don't really like Flurry of Blows anymore. Sorry to say it. We don't like any of those cards. Okay. It is what it is. 7 cards to work with next time. 2 potions. This is a kind of turn where we want to go off. I don't know how off we can go. We're not going to be able to exit stance next turn, so we should exit stance this turn. In which case, I honestly don't mind just leaving. So we have the space. Flurry of Blows is not a card that I'm looking forward to playing against the Timekeeper, okay? 51 damage. That's devastating for a guy like me. We'll Master Reality. Free Safety. I mean, I want, like, Talk to the Hand, Wave of the Hand, but we're not going to actually be able to weaken you. Whenever you game block, whenever you attack this enemy, attack. We need to put this on you as early as possible. It would be nice to have the 1 extra space, but whatever. Give me 10 extra block. Trust me, I'm not thrilled about this. But we're still in it. Dump it, hold it. Okay. Still holding. 36 damage is a real nasty one. Something's not right. Why am I so low on energy? Oh, because I play... Yep, okay, I understand now. Okay, I think we're gonna die. 36 damage coming in, huh? At least we got lots of space to work with. $36 damage coming in. Looks good to me, brother. We're gaining 1 strength per turn, so you don't see me sweating it. Eep. We probably like it. 36 damage coming in this turn. No ability to exit stance. You got me sweating. So I can't put up 36 block, which means we lose. Okay, there's no getting around it. I can do this. I could, like, enter Wrath. I could enter Divinity and just hit you as hard as I can. But, like, it's not going to get us there. And even if I get you to halfway, you still do your attack this turn. So I'm just stuck on this one. There's no way. Unless... I don't think there's a way. Like, I can get more energy. Okay, so we gotta send it, which is unfortunate, because this, I mean, mathematically, I'm not even trying to just, like, tell a joke. This just doesn't get us there, but it gets us close enough to believe that in, like, another world, we could have gotten there. Like, this demonstrates how close we were. And none of these cards exhaust, unfortunately. So that kills us. Not the damage, but the blasphemy kills us. Unless somehow... Fair enough. All right, I mean, I had a fun time on that run. I think our fixation on getting one huge damage turn probably let us down on the final boss. But it's a learning process. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I've said a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later.